So my name is Dianne Porchia, and I am a holistic stress reduction expert and spiritual therapist. And let me say, I guess that's always the door opener for the work that I do. I have a master's degree in spiritual psychology and a diplomat of mind-body medicine, a background in yoga, dance, therapeutic touch. So the work that I do is very body-oriented. Heart and soul-centered communication skills that I teach are really foundational to achieving one's goals for health and wellness. Accessing those deeper levels of the heart and the soul, and really learning skills that people are never taught.
Your website is portiaswish.com.
Yeah.
So you guys can find out about Dianne on portiaswish.com, and you can also find her under Dianne Porchia on Instagram. If you guys haven't seen Heal yet, it's a phenomenal film, and her piece of the film, I don't really have words for it. I'll start asking you a couple questions. So where are you currently in this time of social distancing, and do you have a routine? Do you think it helps? And we want to know.
Yeah, I do have a routine, and I'm really blessed to be living in a rural community.
Yes.
In Topanga Canyon. It's during this COVID crisis, is to go right outside my door and hike in the mountains of Topanga Canyon, which is beautiful. Every morning with a hike, a walk to a special location where there's a nice big rock, and I stop there and do some yoga stretches and exercises, and then I sit down and do prayers and meditation. And I want to emphasize for everyone that's listening and participating here that self-care is so important. And before you start taking care of others, family members and stuff, take care of yourself first. One of the first things during this period of time is watch what you're feeding your mind. Limit your amount of input from the news. Feed yourself positive things. There's a lot of wonderful positive things that are going on in the world. People are rising to the occasion. So there's always dark and light in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Has been, probably always will be. And I think that that's part of our human experience. And we have the freedom to choose where we want to align ourselves. What can you do, in preparation when we come out of this experience? How, what kind of changes can you make in your personal life and professional life that can move more into that place of solutions and learning how to live more in right relationship with the earth and with the planet? The toxic thinking and the toxic news, that we feed ourselves, right? So, and that can be a choice, right? Make more conscious choices of what you want to feed your mind. Stress and anxiety creates a chemical reaction in the body of the release of stress hormones that suppress immune function. The emotions and feelings of love and gratitude, inspiration also create a chemical reaction in the body. And those are the release of the endorphins and the feel-good hormones. Emotions and feelings of gratitude and love, and of course relationships, not just the romantic relationships, but our family relationships, our relationships at work with our friends. Are we creating stress with these relationships, unnecessary stress and anxiety?
I believe we all have whatever we need inside to heal. I'm working really hard on speaking to myself kindly. And, sometimes I feel that if others spoke to us the way we speak to ourselves, sometimes they may not be in our lives.
So my sense is that just like cancer builds up or in the body over time, my sense is that what we've done by living in wrong relationship with nature and is that we've created a toxic buildup in our planet, on our planet, and by not interacting with it as much, by not polluting it as much, We're not driving, everyone's staying home, we're not using as many natural resources.
And that brings me to the question of how do you think this mandatory slowing down can serve us?
This time of global quarantine is a time for all of us to go inward and think about how we want to reemerge in the world when we come out of this. We're not
Right.
here to dominate it, we're here to live in harmony with it. So how can we live more in harmony, with our beautiful resources that we have here?
I want to know what you think the three top things that you can recommend for one to boost their emotional state in this if they're having a hard time.
Get outside. I know we're not supposed to go outside, but put on your gear, put on your mask, your gloves and stuff. Get outside and move your body. Try to live in that place of gratitude for what you have right now. Go inside and meditate on, how you want to reinvent yourself coming out of this.
How do you wrap your mind around what's happening in our world? The fact that everything is different. We have no idea what's going to happen. Those people that don't really know how to find that goodness, how do you suggest that they find gratitude in this so that they can also find acceptance?
So, what we're seeing on the news and people dying and hospitals being overwhelmed, that's very disempowering. So I want you to change your thought now to, being outdoors someplace in nature, or just receiving a beautiful big bouquet of flowers. It's, this whole beautiful imagery that you see. How did your brain switch from one disempowering image to the one that was empowering? How did your brain do that?
That's great because change the image in your mind to whatever it is that's beautiful to you.
Yeah, and how did you do that? That was really a choice. So it comes down to choice again. Do I want to choose to focus on the news and all the horror and fear mongering that's going on? Or do I
Right.
want to choose to focus on what I have in this present moment, what positive things I can strive for, and in reinventing myself and how I'm going to, react in the world and contribute, through my work, whatever that might be, whatever one's work is. I'm really hoping that people through this experience will really wake up and find and discover what their higher purpose is on this planet. Everyone has their own unique, gifts and skills that they come into this world with. Sometimes it takes a while to figure out what they are, but we all have them. We all have
Mm-hmm.
those unique gifts and skills are tied into one's higher purpose. And a lot of times, finding those unique skills and gifts are, it's through the process of the biggest challenges that we have to go through, personal challenges, that those unique gifts come forward. Looking at those, seeing how you can use those, your skills and gifts to reinvent yourself and be of service for the highest good of all concerned.